I just made that up. I just made that up. Take what's given. You'll get what you want to take.
That's the truth. Get up off the mat and get a big win right here.
What's good? What's good? What's good? SAFL. E, my boy. What up, man?
All right, guys. I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but it's a nominee show. I know people coming on thinking that we're gonna
they're gonna find out who. So I thought about that too. They're gonna be like, "Yo, so who won the awards?"
Not yet.
Not yet.
In due time.
E, was good, man. Very eventful last Saturday.
Interesting week, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. D2 and D3, not the Final Four that I expected, but here we are. I think it's gonna be two great games, two rivalry games.
Not at all. I also think it's gonna be very good games. Who are you favoring?
We'll get to that.
In each game. I got you. No, too early for that.
No, it's not too early. When we get to it, I got you.
All right, now, first and foremost, let me get us to D1, where we start at the beginning. Wild card, All Stars eliminate the Silver Snakes. Goodfellas eliminate the All Stars. AK eliminates the Gators, and the big matchup we were all waiting for in Goodfellas versus AK, and the Goodfellas win in dominating fashion.
Yeah.
So that's this game deserves a little bit of a recap. Some things surprised me. Some people's play surprised me a little bit in this game.
Talk about it.
So I think early AK's drives stalled, and they seem to have the drops early in this game.
Bro, I don't want to. It seems like nerves.
Yeah,
we've never seen that from them before.
I've never seen that from them.
It's nerves.
Like one here and there, but this was like back to back. Like, wow, you you just can't. Not in the finals.
And it's from guys that
are good guys. Excuse my language. They're from ballers.
Yeah,
from people who ball. So, now, to me, the game. Shout out to Dre. Dre.
Yeah.
Listen, I've always, you listen to me, I've always said, I was like, yo, Dre is good. Dre is great. And I'm not going to name any names, but some people were like, nah, I see the talent. I seen the talent from the start.
You know what it is? He's so lax. Relaxed and chill.
But demeanor doesn't take away the talent.
No, but it does. All right. It comes
Dre talks trash.
Yes.
Dre is very in your face with it when he's on the field. So
let me put it this way. And I'm not saying anything about anybody, anything like that. Great player. But I'm talking the reason why there is that opinion on him, the lax,
As in,
is like the
sometimes
meme that
he's out
added
there
comes,
chilling.
comes across as too chill, lazy. You know, he's not lazy, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Lazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got
So you really can't tell how good he is because is he ever given maximum effort? If he ever gave that maximum effort, like I think he gave in a championship,
you.
this
Oh,
guy
he
needs to
was
stop.
balling.
Yeah.
He was balling.
But do you get that every game?
Do you get that every game? I guess he's a guy you got to keep engaged. So this game here, I don't think he needed any motivation or to be engaged in this game. It was the finals. He just played like it was the finals. He had the touchdown, then he had the pick right
Pick
after.
six, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was like, to me at that point it was like this might be over, especially with the way the drive started early for AK.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm gonna say about Yash airs it out, man. Like Yash likes to air it out. And
Yeah.
I think at one point after Neat scored that deep bomb, I kind of was like, they might be letting them back in this game.
The game here, right?
And this is where the cooler heads or the experienced players and boisterous players prevailed, because that's when you start to hear Ant De Palma's mouth on the sideline, and he's like, "Yo, chop it up,
Yeah.
chop it up, stop all that, chop it up." Because when you throwing the ball out there and you're in the mix of the game, you could get caught in a pattern where you keep. But at that point in the game, you didn't need to keep throwing
Yeah.
bombs.
Yeah.
Just needed to grind a little clock and
Nah,
keep
but he did throw
ball.
one that I was a little shocked. It was a key fourth down play. It needed about maybe 10 yards. Took a shot over the top. Touchdown. And I think that was the play that put it away. That was the backbreaker right there.
To who was that to?
It was the one, and the guy on AK ended up falling.
He got hurt, so that it was to Aaron.
To Smollett.
Yeah, Jesse Smollett. It's
Smollett
Aaron.
play the game, huh?
Listen, he's no longer. You can't call him anything else. That's Aaron.
Right.
That's it.
Man, Smollett.
He did his thing in the finals. Also, everybody seemed to show up. Yasir might be the shiftiest dude I've ever seen.
Wow. You play with me.
No, like I said, Yashir may be the shiftiest dude I've ever seen. There was also I got to shout out Ant, because I'm a former player who appreciates great route running, right? So now I knew a route. I knew what the route was on a play. I knew the route. Like I knew what was called in
the same play you're talking about, and I wish you was on here to verify. It was a key. Well, I think it was a third down play.
They needed the first.
Chick.
Yeah.
I said, Chick, they're gonna do a
Yeah.
Come back again.
I knew the route.
I actually drew the play on Chick. I said, this is what they're gonna do. Right at the sticks, and it's gonna be right there, right on time. Then I looked at him. I was like, you're right.
Yeah. So when this is how good the route was run. I knew the route.
Mm-hmm.
When he ran the route,
yeah,
I still thought he might have did something else at the moment, but I knew. And then when he did it, I was like, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it was run so well that even with me knowing the route, he did it in a way where he still sold it.
The defender was still running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to James. James got the D1 chip, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for the whole team. Nafi cheat code.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. And there's this thing where people like to say that you can't keep a guy's rank up high if he hasn't played. Nafi should be a testament that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Talent is talent. What he does is what he does. I seen him catch one and pivot.
Try to pivot, right?
At 6, he's like 6'9", bro. Like big men don't move like that. You know what I mean? So just
we're
all around.
Rare breed. That's a rare
yeah.
breed.
Yeah. And
that's a where. So
where what? We're? No,
yeah, me and him.
He's a rare breed.
We're a rare breed.
But
they don't make him like us anymore. So
trying to think. Am I leaving anybody out?
No, just call.
Oh my gosh.
Not even. But
Arnold.
I got you. But let's give the
bro.
man his flowers. Let's talk
No,
about Yacht.
I'm gonna get to the big. I'm
Okay,
gonna get
okay,
to the man,
okay,
man.
okay, okay.
But let me get through let me get through the
To the
team.
team? My bad, my bad. Go ahead.
Arnold. Somebody said to me after watching Arnold in the finals, it's like, yo, I didn't know he could move that fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's why he's ranked like a 10. The dude is
He's nice.
amazing.
He's nice.
The dude is
He's nice.
amazing. And
Yeah.
what it is if you've played with these guys are also amazing teammates.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that it worked. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you could put together a team where there's internal this and this team was not going to have that. Amazing teammates. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody. If I did, I
And
apologize.
they did it without Brian.
And they did it without Brian.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. Mm. Hey, they showed it. They didn't need him this game.
Mm-hmm.
They had it. Now let's get to Yash. Yash has been in the league for a while. He's been chasing
Yeah.
greatness
And
and
chasing
chasing this
this one.
championship.
Because he did win the spring hybrid. But this is the one
Yes,
he won. This is
this
the
is the
one.
one he wanted.
This is the one he wanted.
I'm sure the spring was okay,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It
B2 would
wasn't
have
this.
been okay
Yeah,
this year, but this is the one he wanted.
and he was on a mission,
Mm-hmm.
and he finally got it done. Other years, I don't. Injuries one year. Uh, there was a year where some key drops cost the game that because they would have won it if they would have got through that round. We would have won it. I was on that team. But that's how it goes. But he came back, built the team, came back stronger, and played listen, it's tough to play AK.
Yeah.
It's tough to play AK. They
Mm-hmm.
have everything defensively to stop people. They have a tall giver, they have speedy guys, they're very physical,
Yeah.
and none of that mattered. None of it mattered. Yash was throwing on the money, dropping it in the basket. I'm not even gonna say he was taking risks because he's dropping it in the basket. That's not a risk if you
Yeah.
believe in those throws. Drop, man. It was shout out to Yash, man. Almost, I'm gonna say basically a perfect finals game for a QB.
Very surgical.
Surgical.
Yeah.
And congratulations, guys. Very happy for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. What you got to say, E? Anything I'm forgetting? I covered it all.
You good?
I'm good. Nafi got
That's the
more chips
recap.
than anyone in the
Let's look to the future
SCFL
now.
history.
Let's look to the future now.
He probably does.
Hmm?
I think he said
Gotta figure it out.
Anas said Nafi has more chips than anyone in SAFL history. Yeah. Was Nafi on that primetime team?
You asking
Might have
us?
been. I think so.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, he might have been. He's just basically yeah. Anyway, all right. So since we're talking about D1, I'm gonna run through the D1 award nominees,
Okay.
which I have up here. Let me get me and you out the way, E, because we don't matter. So D1 Manager of the Year, Manager of the All Stars. These are the nominees: the Manager of the All Stars, Manager of the Goodfellas, Manager of the Gators. And we're gonna move on.
I mean, we could each put together very, very talented rosters. All stars. Get props for moving up. You know what I mean? Taking the challenge, moving up, added some guys. It's a great job, Mike and Mike. And they competed, and they were a team that did. It was early in the season, but did beat the eventual champ Goodfellas, so that can't be overlooked. What they put together. They put together a lot of speed.
They definitely did an amazing job this season because what they had out there initially, and then they added the pieces to become the competitive D1 team.
They were D1, but to become competitive. That's the key.
Competitive. That's the key word. Yeah, because they were a D1 team with what they had, but after playing, they felt maybe we
Because
can't
we
be
talked about it
super
going
competitive.
into the year. We probably thought they were going to be the worst team in D1, right?
Yeah.
Based on what you heard, well, what we knew of the Goodfellas, how the
Mm-hmm.
Gators always play AK, and then what we thought we were going to get from
Silver
Silver
Snakes.
Snakes. Just by default, like all stars were the 15, man.
They were the little brothers coming up,
Yeah, that's what they
but
were.
little brothers grew up really quickly and did an amazing job this season.
Yes, that,
Unfortunately, they had to meet the champs before championship. So it goes.
yeah.
Um all right. So now we're gonna move on to rookie of the year, and defensive player of the year. So DJ from All Stars, Evian from All Stars, and Aaron from Goodfellas. Let me
Man,
tell y'all something about. Well, let me finish these awards.
now
Defense.
talk about this first, and then go.
So
Which
this is
one?
one thing. I'm gonna overall with this division being 5 teams, and there was a lot of unplayed and played and missing and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It wasn't easy.
it wasn't easy. Yeah,
Yeah, but I had to seek out the name of some guys because some new guys came in that you notice. You know what I mean? And they did what they were supposed to do, as you know, and they were, you knew who they were.
yeah. That's what it comes down to. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, who's that guy? You know what I mean? So, and defensive player of the year, we got James from the Goodfellas, Phil, and Kenny from All Stars.
Any surprises there?
Any surprises? No, because I've seen enough of all three of those guys, right? So I
James
know
never played defense like this before.
James this
We
year.
know what the other two guys do.
Yeah,
James.
James took
Well,
a
in the time that we've known him,
he took
he's
a
never played
role
this.
that
Yeah.
was needed.
Mm-hmm.
Early this season, I watching the games, James had some tough assignments,
He did. Mm-hmm.
tough assignments, and he hard nosed player and does what he does, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of our favorite guys. He does what he does. You know what? Phil is always one of these on here. Kenny is also a tough nosed guy that just does the dirty work.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go unnoticed. All right, now we're gonna go to Iron Man. Looks a little. Wait, what's that at the end? Free
What's that
tie,
last one? Free tie?
free tie. Yeah. Um, Phil, Phil from
For
AK.
those, not to, I want to simplify it, but I think a lot of people who do watch have been in the league for a while, so they do know. Explain the Iron Man Award for those that
Iron
don't
Man
know.
Award
That
is
are new to
basically the
this.
best two-way player.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're playing both sides of the ball, and you may not be. It doesn't necessarily mean you're the greatest guy on that side and the greatest guy on that side, but you're doing
You
both
have
sides of the
an
ball.
impact on both sides.
Yeah, you're impacting both sides.
Both sides. Great.
So Phil from AK, James from the Goodfellas, and
Mm-hmm.
as we know in the chat, we call him Free Ty here, but Ty from the All Stars.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna move on to offensive player and MVP. So offensive player of the year, Anthony Lewis, Phil from AK, Anthony Lewis from Goodfellas, Phil from AK,
That
and Ty
the
from
most
the All
valuable
Stars.
player on thing you looked a little
What?
bit.
Ah,
What's it supposed to be? Sims?
yes.
We're
Come
correct.
on, you're supposed to proofread that.
You right, but
Yeah.
it's late. I'm old. Man.
And now, I'll correct this shortly.
Yeah.
And the most valuable player, it's Mike, Yash, and Sims.
And Sims, yeah.
All right. All right. Let's move on. We're gonna move on to what division you want to do first? D3 or D2?
D2. Let's keep it going.
D2. Said D3. I messed that up. D2. All right. So this may be, this is just, I think for, if you know what has happened over the seasons and how these teams came about,
Yeah.
right? Like if you knew the background story, this is very fitting. This is like a storybook championship that we have gotten to.
If we weren't, let's call it what it was. If we weren't going to get what we thought, free agents versus Goodfellas, this is
This
probably
was the
the
next
second best,
best thing.
best match. Now, if we're
This
being
is the
honest
next,
about it,
yeah,
this is the second
yeah.
best matchup.
This
Just
is
in
the
terms
second.
of the rivalry, they know each other. They play each other every week in the off season.
This is a big storyline here.
Yeah. So.
Big storyline. This is former teammates
Mm-hmm.
turn split turn rivals. I guess I don't know if they're rivals. What happened?
No, but this is former team, current team, because their teams intertwined on the D1
Yeah,
All
on other
Stars, all
teams.
that. Yeah,
They're all
yeah,
teammates.
they're all teammates.
Now, I think that makes this game more meaningful for
Yeah,
whoever's going to come out of this
yeah,
game.
right. Yeah.
Because bragging rights, oh my gosh, I could just imagine the what they're gonna hear from this. So let me run through the playoffs really quickly. So Thunder lost to the Space Monkey in the wild card round. Space Monkey beat the free agents.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the All Stars. These are where all this we would call these upsets. Space Monkey beat free agents. All Stars beat the Goodfellas. Not just beat them.
That beat.
Not
That's
just beat them.
40 zip.
Slap the
40
Goodfellas.
zip. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Gladiators beat
Sleeper.
Sleepers,
Mm-hmm.
and Brian he beat the Outlaws. No, but Prime Time beat the Outlaws because Brian gave the Outlaws all they could handle
He
in
did.
that
He
game.
did. He did.
Yeah. The funniest quote from that is he said, "Listen, this is gonna be my last game. This is my last game this season, but I'm gonna make sure it's your last game too."
That's what he said?
Yeah,
You said that to them?
yeah,
Oh,
he
man.
threw that to them. He was joying.
Yeah.
He was joying. Uh, all right. So, and now then we have Gladiators versus Space Monkey, but Gladiators beat Space Monkey, and Primetime lost to the All Stars. So let's get into those two games. Let's get into the Gladiators Space Monkey. Well, we split on these games. We were separate there, right? You did
Yeah.
the other game. All right, that's actually good. So you start with your game, All Stars Primetime.
First, I want to, we roast him a lot, right? Anas played a heck of a game. Came one, and I spoke to him after, like we were on the side. One seems like one throw got away from him. It was a pick six to Nick G.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, though, man, and this is the best game. Like I knew he could play, but this is probably the best game I've seen ZQ play as a receiver. I think he had 3 touchdowns going up, mossing guys. Played big. Pause. Pause. I caught myself, but Sheep and Co. Bro, they balled out. Pause again. That's crazy. Two pause and 2 sentences. But
Mm-hmm.
all right. I don't want to talk about who wasn't there. Would Brian have made a difference? Possibly, but he wasn't there, so I'm not gonna,
Harp on
go on
that.
that too much. Shout out to the All Stars. Balanced team, bro. This team is good. What we always said was up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We never said it with the talent on the field, because when you have Sheep, Aaron, Lil Pop, we know these guys can play. The problem was, can they put it together? Because what talent comes, like you said, and the good fellas put it to the side, the egos. And we saw egos on this team before,
Early, yes,
early
and
in
they
the
figured it
season.
out.
Yeah, so they came together, figured it out, and hard-earned victory. Shout out to them, and they deserve to be here. They deserve to be here. When you beat
100%.
good fellas and you beat prime time, those aren't slouches, so they deserve to be here. So shout out to the All Stars for that. Now talk about your game. I know you can talk about the whole game. I know you had it. Forget it. Forget it.
So now this game, I expected Gladiators to come out here and do what they've been doing the not the whole season. They started slow, but once they got it going, they were going to come in here, lock up,
Mm-hmm.
and surgically score.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. And that's what they did.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
This team is balanced, just like you said. The All Stars are balanced. This team is balanced. Everyone contributes. Umair leading the offense is just so calm and cool back there. It's like he doesn't. It's like nothing rattles him.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what it is, nothing rattles him. He just sits back there. He looks. The read isn't there, and then when no reads are there, takes off running.
Is that
Because that's what
demeanor?
it was. Huh?
Is that demeanor a gift or a curse?
Is the demeanor? It's okay. So I'm gonna. So
I'm here.
with the right
I hear
players,
you. I got
I
you.
got you.
Uh-huh.
With team players,
Mm-hmm.
the demeanor is a gift. But if you have players that sometimes need somebody to be like, "Yo, shut the up,"
Mm-hmm.
he won't do that. But
That's what Uzman is for.
that's what Usman is
That's what
for.
Uzman is for.
But I
Yeah.
watched
Mm-hmm.
they played as a team. From what I could see on the field,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was bought in. Now, everybody is enough of everybody was bought in. That's and they're a team. They're a team from top to bottom. Uh this game had a I gotta bring it up. This game had a weird play
Okay.
that I've never seen. Right? So the call, I'm not gonna get into who and all that. The
Yeah.
call was a illegal contact by a player that wasn't on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen it. So I'm gonna describe it. It was a punt situation, and you know how you punt to before the first down marker,
To
and
make it
guys try
first
to
and goal.
grab it
Mm-hmm.
before it goes out of bounds. Zane comes steaming down the sideline. He actually had a chance to get it, but he was contacted by his teammate that was attempting to catch the ball
From out of bounds.
sort of out of bounds, but they kind of stepped on and contacted Zane. It's illegal contact, so
Yeah.
it's a personal foul.
Yeah.
Zane, I think this was the one opportunity they had to make this game closer.
Mm-hmm.
It was score was I think 16 something. I think they would have been
16-6, I
within
think, at the
16
time. I
6 at
remember
the
seeing
time.
it.
So
Yeah.
they could have got within 3
Yeah.
if they score. And they would have been on about the 17-yard line with
Yeah.
4 downs to go, which is completely different from what happened because after the 15-yard penalty, you're on the 26,
Yeah.
back the other way. So just a weird play, like and that was it. I kind of think at that point it was over.
Yeah. I get it.
You know, after Space Monkey won the 2 games, they people would they would talk like what I was saying wasn't true, which was they didn't have enough time to mesh with Ponte. But there was a safety in this game, and the reason there's a safety in this game was because the receivers didn't do what they were supposed to do. And when he went for the read like he was, it wasn't there. And it wasn't because they just was on lock at that point. It was because you didn't do the right thing. And you
Yeah.
could see it in his face that he's frustrated that a guy is not he didn't do
On the
what he was
same
supposed to
page.
do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and they weren't on the same page. You need reps with your QB. I actually hope they keep it together and try that again. Try it with that Space Monkey
A
team
full
again.
season of that, yeah,
Yeah, because they'll improve.
yeah.
But we're gonna stick to the team who won it. Shout out to the Gladiators, man. Uzman, Christian, you guys did an impeccable job with this team. And good luck to both teams moving forward. Back to the All-Stars. Sheep, you might be on your way up to D1, man.
Okay, okay.
You've had to step in and play D1, and you've played fine.
Played well, yeah.
So y'all need to put them something together. There's a lot of GM minds in that bunch. We need. I don't know what the team's gonna be called because there's already an All Stars in D1. So y'all might need
It could be the QB of the Gladiators D1.
Gladiators may need to be D1 and led by Sheep, and then you have Umero. Y'all got the guys.
Yeah, I got the guys, man. Yeah, I
Y'all
got
got
the
the
guys.
guys. So
Are we gonna talk about what his team needs to do to win this game, or we saving that?
no, we can do that. We can do that. We won't predict the game. Sheep stars.
All stars win if what?
All stars win if they can get up early in the game.
Yes. Yeah.
If this is gonna be a slow game,
If there's a
that
gladiator
doesn't
weakness,
benefit.
it's
That's the
really
game the Gladiators need.
consistently
That's the game the
score points.
Gladiators want. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're a little more surgical.
Yeah.
So the All Stars are gonna need to throw some early punches. So you need to score early. You need to have them pressing.
Yeah. Playing catch up.
Yes. Now you take the Gladiator side.
Bro, they packed that defense. That defense is suffocating. Like we call it the best in D2. It's the best defense that's been
We've
played
seen in a while.
overall
Yeah.
in the league. Like
Yeah.
let's call it what it is. They have athletes on there. They have athletes on that defense. These guys can cover. A lot of them play corner for a reason, if you get what I mean. If you get what I mean. They play corner, not receiver.
Defense, they're DBs. They're DBs.
They're DBs. They play corner, not receiver, if you know what I mean.
But they're great at their job.
They're great at their job. They're great at their job.
So now, so basically how that went, right? What the Gladiators do good is the counter for what the All Stars need to do to win this game. So
that's what makes it such a great matchup.
It's a good matchup.
Yeah.
Somebody has to stop the other team's strength. I know that's that's always what you have to do.
That's
but
what it is. Yeah, that's what.
But you understand what I'm saying. These two teams are, and listen, it's not like the Gladiators can't score. They're gonna score.
They're just a little bit more methodical,
but they're a little bit more methodical with it, and they are locked down.
Yeah.
So I think we've said enough.
You're not picking it? You're not picking the game?
You can't pick a game like this.
You're not picking the game?
It's just any given Saturday, man.
You
can't pick this game. No, absolutely not. You can pick it if you like.
I'll send it out in the chat later.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You're not gonna send that out. All right. So now let's get into the D2 awards. Good luck to you guys Saturday. All right. So D2. Wait, I gotta get this out the screen. D2. Manager of the Year. Should be no surprise. Free agents, manager of the free agents, manager of the Goodfellas, manager of the Gladiators. We're going to move on to, what do you think about that, E?
I mean, I have a favorite, but I don't want to give my
You're
answer
not going
away.
to say.
I mean, I don't mind saying that. Like, I don't mind saying that. I think that if it was up to me, just in this, Uzman and then Christian has done a great job, bro, building this team. Because like we said, it's they brought in a lot of new guys who had to buy in, and to reach this point with a brand new team, like we know free agents are called free agents, but we know that they were what were they Brick Squad?
Brick Squad, yeah.
They're pretty much Brick Squad, but you add Carlos and things like that. Goodfellas. Oh, you just
I
be
love it,
capping.
dude. I don't know what you said that he talking about.
I'm capping about what? What am I lying about? What am I lying about? Speak your mind, James. The floor is yours. Again,
Good. Yeah,
they've
continue.
done a good job building this team. And they put the guys in positions to be successful. And we always said it was they had to buy in. And like as you said, for the most part, most of the guys brought in. I'm not going to speak on the whole team. I don't. But for them to reach this far, guys have brought in, right?
Yeah.
Guys have brought in. So
Yeah, definitely.
and they play their roles. The team is good. The team is good. So I would say glad. If you had to say, I know.
If I had to say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would agree. I would agree because some of those guys that some of the guys, but all three teams did great. But
No, of
I would
course. I'm
lean.
talking about but somebody has to win.
Yeah, somebody got to win. I
It's
would
not a
lean. It
slight
was
on the
it was
other
a lot of
team.
new guys. Plus, with the split of the team and all that stuff, a lot of guys are on the opposite team, and then to get it together to the point where you're
That's
in
what
the
we're saying.
finals.
I'm not.
Plus,
It's
they
not a
didn't
knock
start.
on any of the other two.
They didn't
Huh?
start good at the
Yeah,
beginning of the season, and they figured it out, found their identity, put all the players in, like you said, in position to be successful, and that's where we are now in the finals.
what am I talking about? Oh my gosh.
he said, if I had to say as if you aren't the yeah, you don't know who's deciding
Yo,
these things.
nah,
What?
it's not me.
That's not how it
You guys
goes.
have never known me to lie. It's not me. It's not me. Did I have say on the nominees? Yes. The winners?
Exactly. Come
That's
on.
not me. I wouldn't lie to you guys. You guys do not know me to lie.
James is funny.
Hmm?
All right, so let's move on to the next award. It is Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. So Matthew from the Gladiators,
Okay,
Ned,
DK.
huh? Ned
DK
from
Metcalf. Yeah.
uh Lockdown Legion, and Aaron from the Goodfellas.
Man, Smollett made it again. Double
Defensive
repeat.
Player of the Year, James from the Goodfellas, Ali from Outlaws, and Ned from the Lockdown Legion. Uh for the Rookie of the Years, the Aaron is a sneaky talented guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he went under radar all season long. Sneaky talent, but then you seen it in the D1 finals. The
And
boy can play.
from some information that we recently found out, only picked up football a
Football like
year,
a year,
a
yeah.
year ago. A
Yeah,
year ago.
so
He's really
shoot,
a
imagine when he
baller.
gets going.
Yeah, right.
Now, unfortunately, Ned's team didn't pick up too much wins, but if you watch that team, he was amazing.
Yeah,
He was an amazing player.
yeah.
And Matthew locks up. That's it. Matthew locks up. So, James here. James has reinvented the James of his previous teams.
Mm-hmm.
He's become. I felt like before when you first think of James, you thought he was just an offensive player, and he's reinvented himself to a two-sided player,
Yeah.
a two-way player, and he's great on both sides. So, somebody pull him down because he's probably floating away. That's you can't talk too good about James. I can't talk too good about James, but
Yeah.
like I said,
That is well deserved, though.
yes, well,
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely. I won't tell him that if I seen him in person, but I gotta be truthful here.
We just play
I,
it here. We could replay it over and over again for the rest of his
oh,
life.
I'm gonna scrub it from the internet
Okay, okay.
right after it's done. Ali, Ali is Ali, man. He's been doing it in D. He did it in D3, did it in D2 previously. He came back to D2, and he's still doing it. Just an athlete, man. Like he has a knack for being in the right place. He's tall. He can pull the ball out of the air. And Ned, same. Just one of those guys that's they play really, really fast. They go after everything and they make plays. So
Yeah.
what does it say? What does it say? What they got to say? All right. Now we're gonna move on to the next award. I'm gonna pull up some. We'll pull up some. I gotta get that off the screen.
Please do. Please do. Hurry up.
um. Uh. Germ, Mosax, thanks, Ant. For the confidence, but don't tell him I said that. His brother. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next. What am I up to? Offensive player? No, Iron Man, right?
Yes, sir.
And the Iron Man award. Yeah, dang, man, we seeing this guy James too much, man. I'm gonna hear this for the rest of the year. Ned from Lockdown, two-way player, man, elite two-way player,
Mm-hmm.
both sides of the ball. He's their best offensive player. He's their best defensive player on that team.
Yeah, for sure.
Like there's no question either. Like he's the best on both sides of the ball. James, both sides of the ball here. He's tough. We already spoke about him on the defensive side, and he still did his thing offensively. That is tough. It's very tough to be a guy on both sides of the ball. And Brian from Prime Time,
Mm-hmm.
we all know what Brian do.
Yeah, yeah.
We all know what Brian does. So one thing I'm going to say is sometimes stats don't always tell the story, because if you're a good defender, sometimes you're not going to get the interceptions because they just don't throw your way. It doesn't always work out where you're the one that's going to be. Sometimes you just got the guy on lock. Now we can't go that way, or don't throw at that guy. That's part of it. So, all right. Offensive player and MVP. Offensive player of the year. So we have Nicholas P,
Mikey T.
aka Mikey
Mm-hmm.
T. Brian, should be no surprise there. Ned from Lockdown, and Alfies from the Sleepers. You watch their games.
Yeah.
He gets the rock.
Probably got the most targets all year too, man.
Yeah, he gets the rock, but he got to catch him, and he has been.
Yeah.
So, I don't think there should be no discussion on that list. So we can move on to most valuable player. Most valuable player, Marco
Mm-hmm.
from Free Agents, Yash from the Goodfellas,
What
of
do you do
course.
all year? I know he came up short in the playoffs, but what do you do all year?
He slang that thing during the regular season.
Yeah, he did. He did. And it's a regular season award, guys. Regular season award.
And Yash, of course, always doing what he does, Yash things. And Nikki P, Mikey T, the man on the receiving end of the man slinging that thing. Pause.
Pause.
Yes. I knew I got it. I got it.
I have to. Yeah, I just got to protect you, man. Pause.
All right. So we're going to move on to Division 3. Did I covered everything here? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me bring us back up. E. All right, E. E, you got this one. Go ahead. You got this division.
You want me to break down the bracket or just the last?
Yeah,
50
everything.
seconds?
Break down the bracket, man. Break down the bracket.
Oh man, we had. It came as no surprise. Number 1 seed Sleepers beat the Ball Hawks. Pretty much a glorified bye week. We had a game that I was actually wrong, and I'll admit it. Lights Out beating the Elites. Thank you, Anas, for that one. We had Callus beat the Thunder, and we had Night's Watch beat the Spartans. And then Saturday that just passed, we had. I'll talk about my game.
Mm-hmm.
Overtime. I want to call it a thrill. Coming into this game, all right, I'll admit, because I'm nothing if I'm not honest. Guinea came to me and said, "Which game should he record?" Right? And I honestly went to him and I said, "Go record your game," which was Callus and Night's Watch. That's why if you look on League Pass, he only has the ending of my game.
You messed up there, E.
I did.
You
I
messed up there.
asked him how many times I apologized to him. Said he's like, "Nah, you're good." I was like, "Nah, that's my bad," because this was a good game throughout.
Oh wait, you want to read that? I got you.
No, not gonna do. Panelists missing.
We agree.
We agree.
We agree.
We agree. Yeah. Yeah. But
Laughing at Ant's comment.
I didn't see I have a full
Pause King nominee.
bro, yeah, man. Bro. You need a compilation just all the pauses.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna go back and cut it out all the episodes.
You need a pause compilation. But yeah, Lights Out versus Sleepers. This came down to overtime, and when I say there are a couple of plays here, there's a couple of plays here. You saw one. It was a 4th and 1. Was the completed pass to Khaled, and you explain what he did. You explain it.
So Khaled catches the ball. He has the first down. But Khaled, for a moment, thought he was Tyreek Hill. He runs back 2 yards, gets his flag pulled, and they don't get the first down.
They don't get the first down. So
Turnover
4th and 1
the other way.
He ran a 2-yard route, got the first, then ran back 3 yards, and cost his team the first. So sleepers that made plays like that early this year too. We spoke on it when they did I think it was a 3rd down. Remember they caught the ball
and Marv caught it, went over
the first, and they ran back.
Ran back,
made a 4th and 1 when you can't take a shot anyway.
Then they pitched it.
And then they pitched it, and the guy dropped it.
Dropped it. Oh man.
But
yeah.
So then, but in all seriousness, they have a touchdown. They score a late touchdown to, I believe it was Nar. They take a lead. I believe it's like 36 seconds in. And Rohit put together an efficient drive. Efficient. It's about 35 seconds. Efficient with one timeout. 35-second drive, which culminated in a deep touchdown pass. Wasn't it KJ?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then to they're down by 1. Extra point ties it up. And we go to overtime. Sleepers get the ball first. Drops. The man who scored the potential game-winning TD in NAR had one, and you saw the play. A pass right down the middle, through his hands, intercepted by Kevin. Pena, right?
Yeah.
Intercepted by Pena. So now it's lights out ball. Tie game, of course, it's their possession now. Play 3 plays. They get it down to the 5 on a deep pass to James, who we're going to bring up. We're going to talk about a lot. 4th down. We knew what was going to happen. And you said it to somebody, right?
Yeah, I said to them, they were like, "Oh, he's going to." I was like, "He's running it."
Yes. When all else
failed, I said, just watch. I said he's gonna run it. He's gonna score with his legs right now.
Yeah.
And
the road drops back. We get the 4 count. Fakes one way. Takes off to the left. Marv is there, and I believe he had the flag. I believe he had it. Just missed it. Earl was a step late on that corner to come down and crash down, and Rohit runs it in, lights out, makes it to the championship. So that's my story. How did your game go?
Guinea said Marv and Earl could have pulled the QB's flag at the 1 yard line. So
That's
close.
what I said. I believe Marv had, if you look at the play, he had the flag. He just couldn't pull it off. And then, like I said, Earl, who was battling, I'm gonna give him props because we get on him a lot. He tried to play through severe. I don't know how bad, but the way he looked, a severely hurt hammy,
Hmm.
and he tried to be out there for his team. And I think he probably knew like this was could have been
Germ,
possibly his last game.
germ,
Oh yeah,
germ. Oh my, you
yeah,
couldn't be more right, bro.
yeah, yeah.
You have to make that
You
play
have
for
to
your
catch
team,
that. You have to catch that. You have to catch that. You have to catch
bro.
that.
Yeah. So uh, they had sleepers had all the opportunities
Mm-hmm.
to win this game,
Mm-hmm.
and Lights Out showed the resilience to fight back, to continue to be in this game.
Mm-hmm.
If sleepers could have played a little bit smarter and made the easy plays that were created, we would we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's football. That's how it goes. What's supposed to happen doesn't always happen.
Correct.
But what happened was Lights Out did enough to put themselves in a position to have a chance to
Mm-hmm.
win the game. Kevin got to catch the pick. They got to go down and score with 30 something seconds on the clock. So it's not like they're not doing what they got to do.
Yeah.
And this was a tough win for them, which only helps them moving forward. And Road, listen, I knew he was going to run.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, he's going to throw it to. I'm like, he's not throwing it. When it all breaks down and nothing's there, he's going to take off at the right time. I don't, you know what? I don't want to, I don't like to give away
Yeah.
things. So
Don't give
I'm
it
not
too
even going to
much.
get it. But I knew he was going. I knew what was happening there. Bounce right on. Got to use them hands, man. But yeah. So now what am I going to my game? So this was a great start for the Caliphs in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I think they started off 12-0, something to that extent.
Yeah.
I don't know what was said in the Night's Watch huddle, but all of a sudden, I'm not going to say what happened because I don't like to give away. I'm not giving away any, I don't know
I got you.
pointers or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But once the Night Watch, Germ and them started doing what they were doing, Caliphs had no answer. Over and over
So
and
it's the same thing they
over
were doing over
for
again.
a little while, and then you know how it goes when that happens and that happens, you try to stop that, and honestly they never could stop it. So and then other things open up, and that was it.
So they took what the defense gave
Took
them
what the
to.
defense gave them.
So they
I'm
got.
not even going to say that what was happening
Yeah.
was being created by them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't taking what the defense was giving them. They were taking what they
What
wanted
they
to
wanted.
take.
So they took what they wanted
They
to
took
take.
what they wanted to take,
Okay.
and they didn't have to do nothing else because they just kept taking. So this was just a turnaround. 12-0, and Germ said what, 40 points unanswered? Baby Megatron. Baby Megatron. Hey, listen,
We'll see Saturday.
this
We'll
is
see Saturday.
they
I'm
they just
interested in the
and then they got up, and it was you once it started rolling, you already knew. It was like
Yeah.
this one's done. There was no second wind for the Caliphs. I do think they could have played a little smarter because at some point you gotta, like that can't happen all day. You gotta do something else. They
Let
were
me
man. They played a lot
let
of
me ask you a
man.
question. And it's kind
Yes.
of putting you on the spot, and I know they're watching, so that's why I want you to answer this question. Because going into this, you were a proponent of someone else being their QB. Hash,
Yes.
thoughts?
Germ has been impeccable.
Okay.
Unfortunately, somebody grab Germ, please, because he's gonna float away.
we,
But he's been
we're
playing
just
good
talking
ball.
football. We're talking football, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Germ has been playing good ball.
Mm-hmm.
Germ, he's on the money downfield, whether they catch it or not. There was a play in this game. He went downfield to, I think, Brian. That
Right.
was a money ball.
It was. It's a,
Brian slowed down for a split second in his route. If Brian just keeps running, it was a touchdown. So he's on the money with the passes downfield. And he he's not shy. If
yeah.
he sees you out there, he lets it fly.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, it wasn't even like Brian didn't even have to sway left or right. Just keep going straight in the line you're in. It would have dropped in the basket. So Germ is Josh Allen. I like it. I like it. A D3 Josh Allen.
Solid comparison, I guess.
Solid comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Because he could use the legs if he has to. And it's not the thing is he's playing I don't want to say he's playing backyard football because they're running plays. It's not just pitch and catch out there. He moves around a little bit, but where he's throwing it, those are the plays. I personally found out that those are the plays.
Those are
after
very, very, very impressive playbook.
Yes, I must admit.
I left the gathering, the meeting that we had,
thinking like that's some good plays.
Those are some good plays.
Yeah, just for nothing. What I was running, you can't check it.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like it sells. It anyway. Let's we ain't gonna say too much, but good job. Whoever's heading everything up over there, good job.
Paul. Now, let me ask this question without giving away. Do the Lights Out have what it takes to stop what you said Night's Watch was doing against the Cowboys?
Lights Out has a guy. And that guy is a guy. He puts his body on the line.
Mm-hmm.
He can jump.
Mm-hmm.
He's fast.
Mm-hmm.
The only knock I have on the guy is sometimes he can drop it, but it's not a high rate of dropping. You understand what I'm saying? He can drop. He drops the football from time to time, but it's not like not like he got 50% hands or nothing like that. 50% hand are bad hands. He don't got 50% hands.
Yeah.
But he has a guy. You listen. We can debate all day.
I'm talking.
He is a guy.
Well, the stuff I'm talking about. You're talking about Night's Watch offense.
Yes.
Can Lights Out stop?
If it's the Nights Out, or if this is what I'm gonna say. After the play calling, I don't know. Because I don't think the guy matters in with the play calling, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Now that I have seen the play calling from the inside.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? From what was personally what I had to do in the play calling, I felt like that's what was the route of what was working.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's always open because of how it's run. And everything else that's going on. It's just a good playbook. Like frail, maybe, but lighter frame, I'll call it slighter frame, light, right? But that's why those guys can go up and land, because
and bounce
they
right
hit
back
the floor
up.
and they bounce right back up because they don't have any weight on them. So that's okay. But they goes up top, to the upper room.
Mm-hmm.
When you think it's high enough, it ain't. So, but I'm not, you have to take everybody that makes a championship serious. That's the one thing. That's my advice to both teams. Take the opposing team seriously. They didn't get here by mistake.
Yeah.
You just didn't play them before this game. So they didn't get here by mistake. They had to fight to get here just like you did.
Lights Out wins if what?
Lights out wins
Mm-hmm.
if Rowe can dominate in multiple ways as the QB. You know what that means.
Of course. I
I
mean,
don't want to give away too. Yeah, you know what he does.
multiple ways as a QB. What else could you be talking about, man?
Yes, but I don't want to say.
we know what you mean, man. Multiple ways as a QB.
Listen, let me say this now, right? There is nothing that the refs are going to do that's going to affect the outcome of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's going to win this game is going to have to win it by playing football.
Yep.
Only way lights out win is if Night Watch beat themselves. Maybe, but they have guys. They have guys. They're not whack. So this team is in the finals for a reason. They've already suffered defeat in the spring. Took it real tough too.
Yeah.
For them to come back this season and now to make the finals. So they're gonna show up. They have offensively, they are very good.
Yeah. I believe Night's Watch to be better, but I don't think it's they only lose if it's their own fault. Lights out is good, man. Lights out is good. And I just don't want them to be slept on. That's all. So take your opponent serious. I'm not saying that you aren't, but some of these comments suggest otherwise.
Yeah.
Take your opponent
Well,
serious.
you're supposed to be confident. So
yes.
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 So I'm not going to take the comments no way, but you're supposed to be confident. You're supposed to be confident.
But this team can beat you. It's not you beating yourself is not the only way you lose. This team can beat you. That's what I'm saying.
I seen Lights Out go toe to toe when we scrimmage with D1 team. Mm-hmm. So let's not act like we forgot.
They can play.
And I'm not just trying to over credit them or anything. I'm just gonna be this isn't
I do believe Night's Watch is better. You know what I mean? I believe that they're the better team.
Yeah. They're talented. They're more
Lights talented. Out can walk out on that field and beat you.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I just think everybody should take it serious.
Yeah.
Close enough. We're talking about D3, so it was a D2 team. What's the difference, James?
You taking too much pre-work. What?
You taking too much pre-work.
I'm sitting in my humble abode, man, chilling. Nah.
When's the last time you played that piano?
I got y'all. I'll play a little something for the champions. That's next week. Next week.
D2 team, James. You're right. I'm sorry. D2 team. That says a lot. Which means they have the ability.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is they even lost one of their better players this season to injury. Yeah. But they have everything it takes to be a championship team. They have the possession guys, they have the little guys do the dirty work. And Rowe is a solid QB, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just commenting back to you guys in the chat. But this isn't listen, I don't know what the outcome, I don't know what the score going to be or what or who's going. Listen, it's any given Saturday, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we don't pick these games any given Saturday.
Don't sleep. That's all I'm going to say. Don't sleep.
We picked the elites in round 1. We would have probably picked the elites in round 1. And what happened there? Anas, you don't have to answer that. So, all right. Now let's get to our D3 awards. Y'all got some? Y'all want to ask something? Does it sound like y'all don't like what we're saying?
We need a call-in line.
Listen, y'all can pop in. I'll bring y'all on real quick. Night's Watch negatives. Vegas would have probably have Night's Watch, favored, but that's not doesn't go that way all the time. All right, D3 award nominees. Manager of the Year, Caliphs, Manager of the Caliphs, the Manager of the Elites, and the Manager of the Night's Watch. The Team of the Hour. E.
All right. Let me put it this way, right? This and it's gonna go against what I said in D2. But the way I view D3, and I'm not even gonna go with the best team, I'm gonna go with the team that I feel did the most with the least. And that out of these three, I think we would have to say are the Caliphs. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Top again, this is just one man's opinion. Tommy, you did a great job putting together this team. Anas, you did a great job putting together this team. But your teams compared to the Caliphs, I believe they were better. They were better. So for the Caliphs, with their team not being as good as the other two teams to end up as the 3 seed and won 2 games without ZQ that when he was away. I can't I can't sneeze at that. So, and I know it doesn't always work like that, but I'm just going on again with this particular case. I'm going on who did the most with the least. All right.
Yeah.
I know you did the comments, but that's what I'm going on. So,
Listen, I hear you. I hear you. All right, we're gonna move on to
whoa,
rookie
whoa,
of
whoa, whoa!
what?
No, you hear me? Say your piece.
Um, so for Caliphs, I agree with you, and they grew throughout the season. They got better.
Mm-hmm.
ZQ QB'd better. No matter who they had at QB, they were able to manage that person as QB to be successful
Mm-hmm.
towards the end, at any point during the season.
Mm-hmm.
The Elites also started off kind of rocky. They also improved. Anas improved. They got Umir and those guys and Sheep going and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and improved. Night's Watch, they started good, then struggled, then switched QBs and found their way.
Yeah.
So it's everybody has their positives for this manager of the year. So all right, move on to rookie of the year and defensive player of the year. So rookie of the year, Charlie
It's a single high safety. Mr.
from
Football Pads.
yes.
That's him. Mm-hmm. Shout out. Yeah.
Shout out to Charlie, man.
Shout out to Charlie,
I've
man.
never seen a single high safety played in this league, and as when I thought he would get beat, he would recover and he'd make things happen. He did a good job this year for the Spartans running their defense and playing defense out there. So shout out to Charlie. What they wrote in the chat? Something funny,
Yeah, of course.
Mister. You guys, man.
Check the tape. Check the stats. The man had a good season.
He had a solid season.
He had a good season.
He had a solid season.
Season.
Rookie of the year, Niraj from the Elites. A very steady, constant, big man.
What's gonna happen if you guard him now?
Oh, if I got him, see, well, hold on. Strap, seatbelt, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I get to play against you, Niraj, it's a wrap. But he very, very good rookie campaign. better known as Blue. Yeah, very good rookie campaign.
Mhm.
You one guy you noticed. You know what? I'm not even gonna argue with you, Nas. I'm not even gonna argue with you. Um, James N from Lights Out. He's a guy.
He's a guy. Hmm.
That's their guy. So no more needs to be said.
And you were kind of wondering coming into the year who was going
Who
to
was gonna
step
be
up or fill in for Patel's,
for Patel? Yeah,
and there's your answer.
it was James.
There's your answer. So
All right. Now, defensive player of the year, James. He's a guy.
hmm
Um, Alfies from the Sleepers. He had a good defensive season this year. And Ishmael from the Caliphs
yeah.
led the division in sacks.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. Um, what's next? Iron Man, right? Iron Man. James. Once again,
Mm-hmm.
Alfies from the Sleepers. Anas from
Not.
the Elites.
You mean you notice me he's playing both sides, right?
Surprisingly, from what I from what the stats say, Anas and Germ, who we already know plays both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Shout out to Germ.
Yeah.
Um, one of a player that's improving very quickly. And I looked to see him in D1 one day producing. So keep it up, Germ.
Yeah.
You know, I can't see that's the problem. I can't say good things about Germ because then I got to hear about it. So all right. What's next? What we got now? Offensive player of the year and most valuable player, Abdul from the Caliphs. I'm gonna speak a little bit about Abdul the Diddler
Yeah.
that they call him. If you ever watched the Caliphs game before Abdul arrived, you would understand.
Night and day.
Soon as he got on the field, it's like, up there we go, get him the ball,
Yeah.
and everything goes up. So shout out to Abdul. Naraj Baloo from the Elites. Great season, man. Great rookie campaign.
hmm
Um,
But that's only because you weren't guarding him, right?
yeah.
Okay.
He wouldn't have been on none of these lists.
Okay, just making sure.
Germ, Germ. Great season here with the Night's Watch. Germ also, Germ has a lot of energy. Plays with a lot of energy. He also stole my spin move.
Yo, you're saying too much. You're saying too
No,
much.
but
You're
he
saying
can't
too
do nothing.
much.
He plays QB now.
You can take
Yeah,
off. You're saying too much.
yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
You're saying too
I'm
much.
sorry. I'll cut that from the tape.
Well, if Lights Out is watching, then it's too late.
Yeah, it's all right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And most valuable player, Anas, Rohit, Rohit. I hope you're saying it right. He had corrected me once before. Abdul and ZQ from the Caliphs.
Man.
Everybody is well deserving of. Everybody nominated is always well deserving of the award.
Yeah.
But only one can win. So now that we have announced the nominees, I know y'all think y'all are gonna get the winners, but you are not. So listen, what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do a little. We want to see. We're gonna do a little something special. I want to see who's the popular vote for these awards. So we'll start to put up polls in the SAFL chat to see who the league thinks is deserving of the award before we announce the award.
Nominees.
So
That's us. So we'll take the hit on that in terms of winners.
Yeah. So we're gonna
You
put
guys have to say it. You guys have to say
just for the record, the awards nominees were compiled of it wasn't just one sole thing looking at it and doing it. It was compiled from one place, one person looking at it as a
Mhm.
from a statistical standpoint who sends over something to everybody else, and then the eyes that were on the games all the time also have their input. So it wasn't just one way. So yeah, so we're gonna put polls in the chat. Maybe not for all the awards, but you know, we'll try because we want to get the awards out before Saturday. We want to get the winners out before Saturday. So we'll put polls in the chat. Guys, go select who you think should win the award. Let me say this: don't vote for your teammate just because they're your teammate.
Yeah.
Like just because they're on
You
your
can't tell me
team.
proud of
Like
vote.
if a guy is better than that guy, just vote
You would
honestly.
hope that's the case, but
No, but you know how it goes.
you would
This is
hope
my
that's the
teammate. I'm gonna vote for. Yeah, vote honestly.
yeah.
You know, let's see who gets the popular vote. Jerem, vote for your teammate.
Are you sending out anything tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna send as soon as I get off here. I'll send out. I'll start with the D3 polls. To be honest, I should you know what? We'll probably announce D1 because the championship's already over, and we'll do this for D2 and D3 over the next. What's today? Today's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll hopefully by tomorrow night and Friday morning we have everything announced and all the polls have been out before we get out there on Saturday. All right. All right, Emma. That's all the awards, right?
That's everything.
That's everything. Yo, Anas, listen, you and Niraj, make sure y'all are at the next time we play rec. Make sure you're there. Barbecue chicken. Wait, fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Fried
Adam,
chicken now.
right?
Yeah, it's fried chicken. So make sure y'all there.
No ball hawks on these lists.
Good night, E.
I'm just asking, man.
Why would any Bull Hawks be on this list?
They might be the one team that's been shut out.
What? But why would there be any Bull Hawks on this list? Did they win? They won a game?
They didn't have any rookies, anything?
No.
Okay.
You got to register a stat. Niraj is going to put me in a nursing home. He could drop me off after I cook him and lock him up, and then the nurses will take care of me. It's all right. Permanent retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday for manager of the year. Listen, no way.
Which mean no way.
No way. Rob won that battle.
Yeah.
Rob won that battle on the field and off the field. So, Mr. Gorilla team boy. Yeah. Yeah. And who you got? Pick no, you can't pick winners. Never mind. And can't pick an Anas, you're already eliminated. Who you got this weekend? Which two winners? Well, fuck sir, America's team like the Cowboys. All Stars and the
All Stars.
I like it. Who else in here? Who else in here? Trying to find somebody has nothing to do with it.
James,
who you got?
James, you need those picks.
Crazy picks. Gladiator Nights watch. Okay. You just going with your brother.
Your brother, whatever team he on. I respect
whatever team he on, you going for. I ain't mad at
Rightfully
you.
so. Rightfully so.
I ain't mad at you, so you're supposed to. Yeah, well, all right. Listen, are those listen, can we make sure the guys that were in the stands last week are there this week? Please. Please have those two in the stands, going crazy. That was some of the funniest stuff I've
That
ever
was funny
seen.
content. Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure they're there watching. Guess let me get us back on screen and get this off screen. So we have come to the end. Listen, this I think this may be our final episode.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We're not gonna do a championship recap. We could get him something.
We could.
Maybe a live or something like that. If we can't set it up like this, we'll get him something though.
Yeah, we might,
We'll do a championship recap.
Well, this may this may be our final episode.
The championship recap will probably be if we're free sometime Saturday night.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
We'll do a Saturday night directly after. So it won't be another Wednesday show or Friday show. We'll do a Saturday night. Congrats to the winners. And
the problem is, if the All-Stars win, nobody will watch because they'll all be in
oh, they all going
they'll all be in Philly.
P-H-I-L-L-Y.
They'll all be in Philly. So
P-H-I-L-L-Y.
We'll be there with both trophies.
Yeah, as long as you're there. As long as you're there with your teammates. That's all that matters.
Yeah, so
P-H-I-L-L-Y.
hey, y'all, you know where you gotta go celebrate.
That's the only place
where you going.
That's where the champs go.
Yo, so all right. So
we have to do it like
we gotta do it early.
So if the games are over by 12,
before they get on the road. Yeah, we gotta do it like 3 o'clock.
But they can watch. It's a road trip. So
it is a road trip.
They can watch it while they're driving out there.
It is a road trip. Party in the Bronx. Hell,
no,
nobody coming to the goddamn Bronx. Nas, you better go ahead with that.
The Bronx, nah.
Rob, I'm telling your wife. You bet, Nas, the Bronx.
Our cars don't go there.
Yeah,
our cars don't go to the Bronx.
Absolutely not. I drive through the Bronx, still on the highway, pass through the Bronx. Yeah, I'm good. All right, good show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Like I said, polls in the chat. Pause. Just be honest, man. Be honest who you think should win. Like I said, don't just pick your teammates. I know, you may think a guy, it's okay. Nobody, well, no, damn. If I do it in the chat, they're gonna know who said what.
That's fine.
All right. Yeah, I'll figure it out. What I send in there will be anonymous so that you can vote how you want to vote. I'll have I know what to do. I know who to make it up for me. I got it. Pick your teammates. They got 15 guys from the Night's Watch voting. Yeah. All 15, right? All right.
Send the Google Forms.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you can make it anonymous. They just answer and then we'll see it back. Yeah. So final words.
I'm looking forward to these two games, man. They weren't the matchups that we thought, but
the matches we need at this time.
That we need, honestly. I'm actually really, really, really looking forward to these games. And these guys in the comments make me even more interested in watching these games. So shout out to Germ, Hash for stirring the pot. You need that.
We love it.
I'm saying, don't sleep. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't sleep. Don't sleep in your opponents. That's all.
Oh, before we got off, so if you paid attention at the end of did you see what Roe and them did at the end of the game?
The sleepers thing?
Yeah. Well, they've been going back and forth in the chat.
Yeah.
A while, so it was only fitting that they met each other in the playoffs because they kept putting that meme with the gif with the light getting flipped out. Yeah. So then at the end,
after Rose scored the game winner,
just crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's what it's about, man. Good luck. You done? Sorry, I cut you off.
I'm good.
Good luck. We're gonna try to do something special. Also, we're gonna try to broadcast the game live with commentary.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be able to watch the game live if everything goes how it's supposed to go. Shout out to Guinea and League Pass, man.
Yep.
All right. Good luck to everybody.
My bad again.
What?
Guinea. They're not giving that whole
yeah, you picked the wrong game.
Yeah, my bad.
You picked the wrong game. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, shoot. Once our game was out of reach, he should have went over right away. Yeah. So you need to go. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
All right, y'all.
Vote.
Peace.
I
just made that up. Take what's given. You'll get what you want to take.
Get up off the mat and get a big win right here.